Okay, so I'm working on the truck again, and when I first got this truck in late '96, I immediately wanted vent visors because, you know, we're in the Midwest, it rains or whatever all the time, and it's nice to crack the window and not let the rain in. So that's what the vent visors did, like so, right there. So I had them on this truck for over 15 years, and eventually they started getting brittle and cracking and whatnot, and they just had to come off. Well, what you see here is the leftover double-sided sticky foam that attached them to the truck. And yeah, right about the same time they were cracking, I found these at like an outdoor mega store, whatever you want to call those. I can't remember which one it was, and I won't name any of them. But this kit was not the right one for this truck because it's got these long straight ones, and it says up here what it's for, and it says it's for crew cab and whatnot. Of course, this is extended cab, but I never liked the caps that went over the back window anyway, and I was only going to use the two for the front door, and those are the same. So I bought this kit thinking I'll just use the two front door ones. That's what I wanted. It'll be fine. But I never found a way to get rid of that stuff. It's really, really on there. And I have a buddy whose son is in auto body, and had him ask, and they said, yeah, we use this eraser thing. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And I don't know, it was a little bit while later, we were at a car show and they showed it to me. And I wish I would have bought it then, but I ended up buying one on eBay. I think it was literally $8.50 or $9 shipped. It's just in a giant eraser wheel, and it says on there maximum 4,000 RPM. So I'm going to try to do an air tool on it, see if I can get an air tool adapted to it, because I think my cordless drill, whatever, is not even half that RPM's maximum. And I did read somewhere where you want to try to get close to 4,000 RPM. And I've never read anything about trying to keep it wet or whatnot, so I'm just going to get it on there and try it. Might even try to take some of the pinstripes off, because all that's left of that pinstripe is the adhesive most of the way around the truck, and it just looks like crap. You know, it's just something to try. But yeah, I never liked the ones out here because these windows, there's two hinges and a latch, and they would bow out. The windows come out, right? Well, the caps stuck out like this. They look like giant ears coming off the side of the truck, and I really hated that. These up here stayed nice and flat. So that's why I never did the backs, and I think a lot of people were like that too. So anyway, let's try to get this hooked up. Well, all my air tools are way too high RPM, I found out, and none of my electrics are super close to 4,000. This is as close as I could come. 1/4 inch driver, walk-in, it supposedly goes to 2,400 RPM. The problem I'm having is the brake. Just the rotational force of all this will unscrew itself either up here or here every single time I stop. So when I do let off of it, I need to be touching something or let off of it slowly, like that. Otherwise it'll just come unscrewed. It's already come unscrewed to me a couple times. I've been looking for something else to use, and it's kind of pointless. So I guess I'm just digging in a little bit here. Well, I knew it was going to come off, but man, that's making a mess. But it is actually working. It's just not straight. And I think that's actually my little chuck here. And RPMs don't seem to make the hugest of differences, so I might actually try to get this thing back off of this little chuck and just put it on my regular drill. Alright, back on the regular drill. This is actually only 1,700 RPMs max. But if it keeps it straighter, it might be worth it. See, just like that, it just Breaks too hard and that comes right out. I probably could put some thread tape on it or something to hold it. Man, this is messy. It's all coming right back on me too. It's working for the most part. Might be some stuff I need to try to get off there afterwards, but what a mess. Did it again. Let me face the drill away from all the crap that's coming off of it. There's one little last bit down here too. Part of the mirror. Beautiful. Well, it just does not want to take every last bit of it off, which is what I was hoping for, but probably just have to live with it. I was hoping for a little more inconspicuous spot to do. I mean, it just looks like such crap, it doesn't matter, but yeah, the pinstripes. I guess I could try to do extended cab. It looks just as bad down here. Caught it. Yeah, those are nothing. I was actually worried I wouldn't have enough of this eraser to do the whole truck, but those come off so easy. Well, I won't say it looks better without it, because it doesn't. But this truck needs a paint job anyway. Yeah. Didn't quite take it all off. But it sure took most of it off without much effort. I suppose if I did the whole truck, then it wouldn't hardly notice it was gone. It just looked like some scratches down the side. Which the paint's all coming off anyway, so who cares? Alright, so I'm going to see if I can clean some of this leftover crap off. I've got some very harsh purple degreaser, purple power. It's half and half with water, wax and grease remover, and some 91% rubbing alcohol. And I'm figuring the rubbing alcohol is probably at least harsh on the paint. But probably the least effective, and it looks like that's the case. Looks like it wants to do something. I think it might just be the action of the paper towel more than anything. Kind of figured this stuff would be fairly aggressive and get better results. And then again, it might just be the action of the paper towel and elbow grease. This is the stuff I wanted to clean the surface with anyway to prep it for the new visors. No matter what I use. I wanted to stay away from WD-40 and whatnot, but this doesn't seem to be doing much, so I mean I can always remove the WD-40 with a wax and grease remover afterwards, I guess. So let's give it a shot. I'll try a PB Blaster first. Hard to tell if it's having any effect actually. Well, one of my last things is a clay bar and lube. Worth a shot. Oh man. I'm just making more of a mess. Possible I need to roll my clay here. I don't know, I'm not liking it. Whatever that is, it's just nasty. This will stick with purple cleaner. Can't feel it all with just a paper towel and cleaner. It's weird that the yellow is light over here and it gets really dark right about here. I don't know if that's from the eraser or from old paint. Who knows? But let's switch back up to the door here. I mean, there is definitely a point of diminishing returns here. How clean does this really need to be, you know? Let's just get more double-sided sticky tape put on it. Or sticky foam. It seems like once it's had a few minutes or a few seconds, I guess, really to soak through, then purple cleaner takes it off a lot easier. I'm just curious to use the clay bar some more. Looks more black with it, but I think that's just from the window molding. It's also very old. See a lot of yellow here too, and this makes me think it's that eraser leaving a yellow, I don't know, putting some yellow into the paint. Wax and grease remover back out. That's just all that black. Cool. Well, I guess we're ready to try the vent visor. Alright, so the insides did come with little alcohol prep pads, so may as well use them. It's probably not going to help anything at this point, since I had the wax and grease remover already on it. And it says pull the tape off the flanges and 2 inches of the ends of the main pieces, like so. Alcohol looks dried. Front one's on. Back one. There we go. It's just that easy. They're still nice and pliable too. I was actually surprised that the alcohol pad still had any wetness to them, if I'm being honest. So yeah, that turned out pretty nice for not much effort. And we got a little bit of a tool review out of it.